In the 80s, a child helpline was set up for sexually abused children, and that day there were 50,000 calls. In Nigeria, 1 in 4 girls will be sexually abused, and 1 in 10 boys will be sexually abused. So what help is available for these children? Mrs. Bola Tinubu of Cece Yara Foundation has set up a helpline for children who are abused and also adults. Yes, there is help available. My name is Omilola Oshikoya. Welcome to the Heart of the Matter.
Was a God experience. I just wanted to find God, simply feeling like you're inspired. May it be always. So tell us about the solution. People with 18 to 35 years of age, out of work.
Hey, I don't have the skills for this particular problem to solve this particular problem.
None of us talked about the bread side.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the Heart of the Matter. We're talking about child advocacy, and we have with us Mrs. Bola Tinubu. Welcome, Mrs. Tinubu, to the Heart of the Matter.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so what is Cece Yara Foundation's main goal? And actually, what does Cece Yara mean? Where did you get the name from?
Cece Yara means save the child. And
Okay.
I was looking for the phrase save the child in any language. And I tried a variety of languages, and this language, Hausa, just sounded the most beautiful.
It actually does sound beautiful.
And as soon as I heard it, I knew that was the name. And that's how we stuck
Oh, lovely.
to the name.
So what is the foundation's goal?
So our main goal is to provide awareness and prevention of child sexual abuse. And we do this through 2 main access points. We've got a free child helpline that is 24 hours, and it's manned by professional counselors for children who are experiencing child sexual abuse to essentially have help. We also have set up a child advocacy center, which I believe is the first in Nigeria. And it's a safe environment for children to come and disclose all forms of abuse and get the help and treatment that they seek.
Okay, so how long have you been doing this for?
We set up just over a year ago.
Okay.
And but we officially opened the center 3 months ago.
A few months ago. Okay.
Correct.
So what has been the response so far?
You're absolutely right when you say that our environment doesn't encourage people to speak out about sexual abuse. It's something that is kept within families. They see it as something to be ashamed of, and is a disgrace almost to the family. So what we have is it's an uphill task, getting people to come out, for them to understand that it's okay to speak out.
That they are the victims, it's not their
Absolutely.
fault.
But the response has been really, really remarkable. Over the past 3 months, we've received over 500 calls on our helpline.
Wow.
And it's both children and adults. We have children who will call from their classrooms, and we hear children in the background wanting to talk. Sometimes they're not able to talk. And the majority of the calls we have at the moment are people who are still trying to go past the first steps of disclosing. So they will call and find out, is the line working? Okay, I'll call back. So those are the kinds of phone calls we get. And then we do get reports of abuse, and serious abuse by both children and adults.
So my question is, how bad is it? Is it very rampant?
It's a national health problem. The statistics that we have, and these are federal government statistics, are that 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 10 boys will be sexually abused before they reach the age of 18. Now, for you to understand the enormity of it, you need to look at our population, almost 200 million. Half of that are children, 0 to 18. That's 100 million. So if you permutate the figures,
That's about 25 million.
We've actually recalculated it in the light of the latest figures, and it's about 17 million children will be sexually abused before they're 18. Not may, they will be. And if to give you an even greater context, if you look at the population of Lagos State, total, I think it's about 13 or 14 million. If you take every man, woman, child, girl, boy, and maybe you can even add Ogun, or at least 90% of Ogun, every person within that state being sexually abused, then you understand the enormity. And even if that isn't a major public health crisis, then I really don't know what it is.
I totally understand, because I was sexually abused as well by a house help, so I totally can understand. And I recently wrote a book, published a book, and I put it in the book as well. So, I mean, the amount of people that have reached out, to say they too have been, it's kind of alarming that it's quite prevalent in our society. We're going to take a quick break, and after the break, we'll continue our discussions.
Right.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back. We're still talking about child advocacy with Mrs. Bola Tinubu. So before we went on the break, I shared that I was abused, and I remember how I found out was I was watching the Oprah Winfrey show, age 12 or so, and then I saw, she was talking about her and abuse, and I was like, oh, that happened to me, and I told my parents, and they really, luckily for me, I was 5 at the time when it happened, and the person that was working with us for many years left. But luckily for me, came back to work at the same time I found out. So it was like he was coming for his karma anyway. But why is it important that there's a lot of awareness on this now?
In terms of importance of awareness, in the past there was a lot of underreporting, and that's why nobody was talking about it. It has existed forever. But in line with global outcry, and it's not just Nigeria, all over the world, child sexual abuse is a topic that everybody's treating very seriously. And I think we're also getting that kind of traction here. You open the newspapers every day, and there are reports every single day of child abuse and all sorts of degrading treatment meted out to children.
So what are the rights? Do these children have any rights?
Right. Now, the children certainly have lots of rights. The federal government passed the Child's Right Act in 2003.
Okay.
Now, in order for this to be applicable to children, each state has to domesticate the law and pass a Child's Right Act. Now, most of the states in the country have passed this law, while some haven't. About 24 states in the south have passed it.
Okay.
Now, of these states, the rights that are guaranteed for every child has the right to respect and dignity of person, and that means that you cannot maltreat or neglect a child. You cannot abuse them physically, emotionally, sexually. You cannot sell them, you cannot buy them, you can't give them out on hire, you can't mark them. So all those types of rights are now ingrained in, it's a beautiful piece of legislation. It brings in all the provisions of the law that are applicable to children across the board. So it's not just about abuse, it's also about custody arrangements, adoption,
slavery,
the criminal justice system as it pertains to children. So as far as those states that have passed the law, those rights are guaranteed.
So what's stopping the other states from passing the law? It's a no-brainer.
I do agree. Everybody's advocating for the rest of the country to do that. What you'll find is that the states that haven't passed the law are the northern states, or states in the north. And some of the provisions in the Child's Right Act, passed by the federal government, are not totally compatible with the traditional and religious values.
So let's talk about getting justice. I know there was a particular case with your foundation, a 6-year-old. Can you tell us about that?
Well, we have, for reasons of confidentiality, I'm afraid I can't discuss specific cases. But what I can tell you is that there is recourse to anyone any child who is suffering abuse or any adult who wants to report abuse, particularly in a state like Lagos, where you have a very robust framework, legal or regulatory framework that is implemented by agencies that have been well equipped to do so. So take, for instance, you are a child who has suffered sexual abuse. You have a number of options. In each state, there's a child protection unit in each state.
Does it work?
I'll tell you, it works. It works in various degrees across from state to state. That is the truth. In some states, it is really good, and in some states, they're still struggling to make it work. But in a state like Lagos, I can tell you that it works very well. They are aiming for world-class services, and I have personally experienced it through our work. I remember our first case was a case of physical abuse, horrendous physical abuse. We reported the case and followed it up with the Child Protection Unit of the Ministry. Within 24 hours, that child was removed from that inhospitable environment. Within 40, and she was put in a lovely shelter. And there are lots of NGOs that are providing comfort and a home for children in need in such a case. Within 48 hours, the perpetrator had been arraigned. By the end of the week, we had reunited the child with her biological parents in another state. Yes. Okay. Sometimes you find that is the case. That's what allows some of the abuse to happen.
So what if it's the parent? Because you hear of these situations where it's the father or the mother of the child that is abusing the child, or a relative like an uncle. And I think that's what makes people not want to share, because it's now not talking. So for me, it was a house help, but when it's family, it's a bit more difficult.
It is extremely difficult. I mean, in the first place, children can't talk about it naturally for all sorts of reasons. They are scared. They've been made to feel ashamed, afraid. They've been threatened. Sometimes, as you said, it's somebody they love. There are conflicting emotions there. This is somebody who you love and who loves you but has done something bad. You're also worried as a child about the consequences of telling. Is it going to split your family? So there are all sorts of emotions and things that go into that. And that is when the responsibility of the adults around that child come to the fore. And what we're saying is that you cannot put the responsibility of protection on a child. It is not their responsibility to protect themselves. We as adults have that responsibility. So it's whether it's the extended family members, neighbors, the schools, other people in the community, you have to watch out for every single child that you come across. And you have to have that perspective in your mind that any child could be a victim at any point in time, and you could be that person to help them.
Okay, I'd like to go on to that point, but we're taking another break, so we'll continue after the break. Viewers, stay tuned. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back. We're still talking about child advocacy with Mrs. Bola Tinubu. Ms. Tinubu, we're talking about situations where it's a family member that's abusing a child. What if it's a very rich and powerful person, that probably has connections? How can someone get help?
One of the reasons why it was important for us to set up a child line was specifically for cases like this, where a child feels that they have absolutely nowhere to turn to. We have a free child helpline. Okay. The number is 0800 800 801. It's a memorable number. It's unique. And the idea is for a child to know that there is a phone number that they can call. They'll be able to talk confidentially to trained counselors, trained therapists who understand what they're going through, and who will give them information and help. And if they require emergency intervention, such as a rescue, they will arrange for that to be done as well.
So what's the process like? So for someone that's watching and finds themselves in this situation, what should they do? And what would be the outcome?
So you call the helpline. One of our trained counsellors will speak with you. If it is a non-emergency situation and we can ascertain that there are non-offending family members, we will get you in, you the child, and the non-offending family member in as soon as possible, possibly the following day. And then we start the process of, we'll get the full disclosure. We understand the emotional and psychological position of the child and start to look at how best to treat the child. The focus is always the child. Our child is the client. Our child is the number one person that we're looking out for here. So when you come to our facility, it's a child-friendly environment. It's lovely colors. Everybody is trained child advocate. And once you've gone through the process of disclosure, we look at the perpetrator as well, because it is imperative that in order for us to break the cycle of abuse, we must see justice done. The perpetrators have to be held accountable. If not, they will continue in the way and manner that they have. So we start to work with the police. With the Ministry of Youth, the Child Protection Unit where necessary. We work with the DPP, the Ministry of Justice, to ensure that there's a thorough investigation. And what we find with a lot of our clients and their families is what they need most of all is the support to withstand the whole process of investigation, prosecution, right up until when judgment is given. It is not so easy for people to take time out to be going to court or to attend to criminal investigations. But what we undertake is that we will make sure that the investigation process is carried out with the least convenience to you. If you don't need to be there, we'll make sure whatever needs to be done, we'll do that. The same with the court process as well.
So how do you fund all of this?
It's a good question. So far, it's been funded by myself and a lot of wonderful friends and family. And we're looking to get some sustainable funding going forward so that we can increase our reach. Importantly, the work has just begun. All our processes are in place, and it is a joy when we're able to see the end of a process with a child who's undergone sexual abuse and is healed and has regained their childhood.
And if obviously there are people that want to reach out, I guess we can put your details on the screen.
Yes.
If people want to fund. So child advocacy is not the purview of lawyers. Why are you passionate about this?
I think growing up, I went to a girls' boarding school, and then I went to a boys' boarding school, mainly boys' boarding school. And while I was in school, I did hear a lot about sexual abuse, about friends and other people getting abused. And as I grew older, I was exposed to best practices abroad and the impact particularly of a child helpline. In the UK, when the child helpline was launched, on the first day they got 50,000 phone calls. So that just shows you, that was in the 80s. Prior to them, nobody talked about sexual abuse. So that singular day, and I was watching TV on that day, that singular act, it just struck me and has stayed with me forever. Now, when you fast forward 20 years later, or almost 30 years, and I'm waiting for somebody to start a child helpline, and nobody's doing it. And so I just decided, you've got to go for it and try and make a difference in some children's lives.
Fantastic, very well done. And finally, Sexual education versus legal education, why is it important that we also educate people legally on what their rights are?
As far as sexual education is concerned, it is absolutely imperative. I'm a great believer that we need a national policy on age-appropriate, developmentally sensitive sexual education for children. What it does is that it arms the children and empowers them and helps them to protect them from sexual abuse. Sexual abuse is a reality. It's a huge reality. And to my mind, not giving them that power or leaving it for their parent, who could be an abuser, to teach them about protection, to me is not something that the government should leave to chance. As far as their rights are concerned, children should know their rights. Absolutely. If you're being physically abused to the extent that you're being harmed, you should know as a child that this is wrong. Daddy or mommy or uncle is doing this, and I can stop it. You actually can. You pick up the phone.
But isn't that the problem with developed countries? Because, so how do you draw the line from when you smack a child, even biblically there, spare the rod and spoil the child, smacking, child, to when you're actually harming the child?
Yes.
How do you draw the line? Because then you don't want, like in developed economies where children say, if you hit me, I'm going to call the police, and then they're now unruly.
Well, our laws actually guide us quite nicely. Physical abuse, for example, it must be physical abuse to the extent that you're harming the child, seriously harming the child. So we're talking about excessive beating. And it's a test of reasonableness. I believe in the criminal code. Corrective measures do not excuse physical violence, excessive physical violence. So it's what is reasonable in every case.
Okay. So you were saying that you need to educate the children.
Yes, and it's the same for emotional abuse or sexual abuse. If a child cannot speak out loud about sexual abuse within the home because the perpetrator is within the home or within the environment, they should know that they have the right to talk to somebody, and it makes all the difference, I believe.
Okay, finally, is there an age limit? You said child. What if it's a teenager that's being abused, or a young adult or an adult? What?
So it's
what's the age bracket for the helpline?
For our helpline, we have no age limit.
Okay.
So adults and children can call. Now, even what we need to understand is that there are a lot of adults out there that were sexually abused as children. So we also cater to them as well. So our therapy, our psychosocial support that we give children will extend to them, because child sexual abuse is child sexual abuse, whether you're 5 or 20 or 40.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mrs. Tinubu, for coming on the Heart of the Matter and for doing such a brilliant and amazing job and work that you're doing. I'm sure viewers will reach out to you, either people that are being abused or people that want to support the NGO. And good luck with all that you're doing.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. It was a real pleasure. Thank you.
God. I hope you've learned a lot from this episode. If you have been abused or are currently being abused, it's important that you know that it's not your fault. You are the victim, and there is help for you. There are people like Mrs. Tinubu who would help you, who would talk to you, who would counsel you, and who would find a solution for what you're going through. It's important that you do not keep quiet. Regardless of what the abuser has said, you shouldn't tell anybody. It's important, even if it's a family member, there is help for you. So reach out to the Yara Foundation. If you'd like to support this foundation, please also reach out to Mrs. Tinubu or the Yara Foundation. Your funds will go to good use. And if you're an abuser and you're watching this, it's important for you to know that what you're doing is not right. You're affecting people, you're affecting generations. Perhaps you were abused before, that's why you're doing this. You need to get help, and there is help available for you. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Until next week, stay blessed.